Hey, good morning. Hey, Brett, I'd love for you to make me a co-host so I can share to Facebook. Would love to get more people out there. For those of you who joined us, congratulations and welcome to Create the Ultimate Lifestyle by Kicking Average in the Teeth. For those of you who don't know us, my name is Vinesh Maharaj, and I'm here with the amazing Stephen van Basten, and we are the team committed to helping mankind. You know, our global vision statement is how do we spread the gift? And it says sales at the moment, but we have so much more than sales to offer you. Collectively, a lifetime or many lifetimes of experience, depending on whose model you believe. A lifetime of experience, wisdom, knowledge, learning from the greatest minds of our times before, and even committed to learning from the greatest minds of the future. We're here to help people create an ultimate lifestyle. Most people are born into a life of mediocrity or average, and we continue to suffer more of the same stuff we did not sign up for. So having said that, we have the next hour or so with you. Fasten your seatbelts. I'm going to hand you over to our first illustrious speaker, a man of many talents. Why did we put this program together? Stephen and I met all of 3-4 years ago, going on 4 years now. And, you know, we clicked like a house on fire. We shared so much in common in terms of values, in terms of aspirations and contribution. We decided to put together a program, and the program's changed thousands of lives, we believe, over the last couple of years. Since then, we've ventured further into the lifestyle mastery because both of us realized that everybody's born with dreams and aspirations, but life beats you and me down. We get beaten by our well-meaning parents, society, government, our religious institutions, and we fit this little box. And the box is who you become, even though you're not a box. You're a spirit and you're free. So we find ourselves in this box, and yet we are trapped. We are victims of our circumstances instead of being perpetrators and designers and creators of our ultimate life. We're going to share with you today how you can create, manifest, and live true to who you are and live true to your true north, taking you, creating, manifesting, and achieving the goals of your life that gives you more love, more fulfillment, more joy, more money, more travel, more exploration, more of anything that you want. Because if you believe it, you can achieve it. Ladies and gentlemen, for the next 30-40 minutes or so, let me introduce to you Mr. Stephen van Basten, the one and only author, speaker, trainer, coach, NLP master facilitator, Dr. John DeMartini, accredited trainer, all the way from the south of Johannesburg, Mondio, coming in at 180 pure muscle, pure protein kilograms. Somebody's going to change your mind, your lifestyle, your heart once and forever. Put your hands together and help me in welcoming Mr. Stephen van Basten.
Who let the dogs out? 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 Well, the party was nice.
Hey, welcome. Thank you for that, Vinesh. Thank you, Brett. Appreciate the intro, and welcome everyone. It's fantastic to have each and every one of you with us today. I'm going to get right into it. I'm going to suggest to you that you can have anything you want if it's worthwhile enough, if it's important enough. I want to suggest to you that we have the ability to create the lifestyle we want. But we have to kick average in the teeth to achieve that. We have to take some action. We have to do some work. So thank you very much. Listen, won't you do us a favor? We'd love to have some interaction with you. Won't you open your chat box? I'm sure by now many of you or most of you are used to Zoom after like 8 weeks of lockdown. So won't you open your chat box and give us a 9 in the chat box if you can hear me clearly, and we can go ahead. Give us a 9 there, everyone. Thank you, Loris. Common, oh, our favorite there. Marilis, Kafsa, and Talian. Very Candice Laram, very nice, and Lauren Pascal. Thank you, everyone. That's wonderful. Listen, I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to just share a beautiful PowerPoint presentation with us this morning as I share and chat to all of you. We've got to move that away. Just hold on one sec, and There we go. Right. So what we are here for today is just to create the ultimate lifestyle by kicking average in the teeth. Oh, goodness. Here we go. Right. So firstly, we need to, oh gosh. Firstly, there we go. Here's our societal vision, Vinesh and I. And, we, we seldomly share this, but it's only on the lifestyle group that we share this. And my gosh, is it not relevant right now to change racial paradigms in society by proving that two humans with extremely different backgrounds can meet equally, accept each other unconditionally, and create something extraordinary. And we are achieving all of those. This is our societal vision. Our mission statement, our main mission statement is to spread the gift of enhanced life and enhanced lifestyle globally. And that's what we're all about. I believe that the meaning of life is about growth. It's about soul unfoldment, spiritual unfoldment, and personal growth. I believe that, we're born human, but we need to die more masterly. When you look at all of the people you admire, and that you look up to, they were born human, but they left the planet different. They became more. And I think it's our soul duty to become more, to learn more, to grow more, to climb up Maslow's hierarchy to this place of self-validation and self-actualization. That's really what we're trying to do. And ladies and gents, I want to just give to you today that that genuinely you can have anything you want if you are willing to put the time and the energy and the focus into it. So here's the moment of moments. This is my favorite meme. I so love this. Why are you so optimistic about 2020 or 2021 in this case? What do you think it'll bring? Everything seems so messed up. I think it'll bring flowers. Yeah? How come? Because I'm planting flowers. It genuinely is as simple as that. Look at that little dude there on the right. He's focused. The other Okie is standing behind him, folded arms, all skeptical. But the other Okie, he is planting flowers. He's planting. He knows that when he plants those seeds and he waters them and he nurtures them, over time, they will turn into flowers. It's a given. It's natural law. Plant seeds in fertile soil, add water over time, add some sunshine, and flowers will grow. Now, there are a couple of lessons here. One, you don't sow and reap in the same season. That little dude isn't going, I'm planting the seeds today, and then like in 90 minutes, I expect to see them already blooming and blossoming and sprouting. No, he knows that it takes time. So I'm going to ask you today just to dare to dream. I'm going to ask you today, this morning, just to dare to dream. And I know we're in a strange place. We are in a strange place, but that strange place brings different opportunities. And one of them, the opportunity to just sit down, reevaluate, look at your life and go, where do I want to be? So when this is all over, what's really important? What's truly important? You might find that you've been in a job your whole life that you don't enjoy. And just being at home now thinking about it, you may go, what's really important to me? What's high on my values? What is my actual vocation? And how do I make a couple of million a year, doing what I love? Or you may know that you are absolutely in the right place right now and recognize that where you are is taking you where you want to be. And so, it's a time now just to dare to dream. So what is it that you would love? If you were to imagine your dream home right now, what would that look like? I don't have to imagine because I know I've got it in my head. I've been working on this for 2 years. Okay, manifesting. Your dream car. What does your dream car look like? Okay, I know exactly the next car I want. It's an Audi R7 matte gray. I've sat in it. I've turned the engine on. I've revved it. We were in the showroom. My wife nearly freaked out, but it was the sales guy's fault. He gave me the keys and said, give it a start there. So I did. Beautiful. I've sat in that thing and I know I will own it. Okay. What's your dream family? For those, can I have a 5 in the chat box if any of you are single, wanting to be in a relationship? Can I have a 9 in the chat box if you're already married and happy? Okay. And give us a give us a 69 if you are married acting single. All right, that's meant to be funny. I hope we're all adults on the groups and enjoyed that little pun there. So, what are you planting? What are you seeding? That little voice that comes into your head, is it giving you encouragement or is it breaking you down? And sometimes, we need to actually say, "Get thee behind me, little voice. Get thee behind me, little voice. I'm amazing." So, could I have in the chat box an 8, just for want of a good number, an 8? If you're religious, if you believe in God in any way, shape, or form, it doesn't matter how. Do you believe that something or someone made us? All right. Well, here's the great news. He or she or it, whatever you deem God to be, your maker created you perfect. I want to help you just very quickly here, and may I have permission? Give me a 1 in the chat box if I have permission just to be your coach for the next half an hour, and maybe be a little bit harsh and maybe rattle your thought process just a little bit. Okay, I'm seeing some numbers coming up, so I'm going to assume you've given me permission, right? So here we go. Your maker made you perfect. You actually don't need to change anything. You are perfect right now. You're in the right place at the right time. Your life is perfect. Now, what we do want to do is we may want to just speed up the growth. Because, if you look 10,000 years into the future, that's your destiny, and you'll probably get there in 10,000 years' time. I believe you're a soul that's already 10, 20, 30 years old, 1,000 years old. All right. So if you look into the future, you will get to where you're going. It's just the journey that may differ. Now, what we want to do is just speed up the enhancement. Do you know that you're already a millionaire? You're a millionaire in rands, in money. Okay. You're a millionaire in dollars as well. Okay. Some of us earn $1 million every 2 years or 3 years or 5 years. Some of us every 1 year. Some of us every 6 months. Some of us earn $1 million a day. Some of us like the really high up guys, the really rich guys, they're earning like a couple of $1 million a second. Okay, we're all millionaires. What we want to do is just speed up the cycle so that the million comes in quicker. We want to speed up the cycle so that the fulfillment in our life comes more quickly. And there are ways to do this, and we would love to show you how. We've been to Vinesh and I've been together for 3 years now. But I've been on this mission. I've been on this mission to improve my life for 55 years. Like, I'm 55 now, so I guess my first day on earth, I was on a mission to find milk, right? Okay, so that's the truth. But you know what? I'm here, so I must have found the milk, right? Survival of the fittest. Why don't you pat yourself on the shoulder right now and go, yes, according to the law of the survival of the fittest, I'm surviving, I must be fit, and I'm amazing. All right, so here we go. What are you seeding? What are you planting? What are you creating? What's important to you? And I'm going to ask you today, will you give me a 9 in the chat box if you will do whatever it takes to enhance your life? Will you do whatever it takes to create a better life for you and your family and your spouse and your children and your parents and your brothers and sisters? And will you embrace the people along the way that are also on the same path? Who's heard the beautiful poem or read the beautiful poem by Araya Mountain Dreamer, The Invitation? Man, I can't get through that thing without crying. It's so beautiful. But there's one piece, and it's so important to me, that and with my family, with the friends, with people who are important to me, and all of you on the call today, and that is, will you step into the fire with me and not shrink back? Will you step into the fire of personal development and soul unfoldment and just climb a step or two higher up Maslow's hierarchy to self-validation? Okay, because I tell you what, I promise you one thing, everyone that you revere, be it Jesus, be it Buddha, be it Gandhi, Martin Luther King, Rosa Parks, Madiba, John DeMartini, Einstein, anyone you revere right now, they self-actualized. Okay, they've got self-confidence. T. Harv Eker tells us you can never earn more than your self-worth. That goes into your life as well. You can never live a life higher than your self-worth. You can never drive a car you don't believe you deserve. Okay, do you deserve an Audi TT or a Toyota Taz? They're both TTs, right? Which TT do you deserve? Gooi us a note in the chat box. Is it an Audi TT or a Toyota Taz? What do you deserve? If you look at the car you drive right now, That's the car you believe you deserve. And I'm here to tell you, you deserve a much nicer car. Look at your home. The home you live in, that's the home you deem to believe that you deserve. I'm here to tell you, you can have so much more. And I'm going to ask you, will you do whatever it takes? Will you spend some time, energy, money on just going through a process that will enhance your life? We're not here to change your life, people. We are not here to change your life. There's nothing to change. You are perfect right now. There's nothing wrong. Big, fat, ugly, skinny, whatever it is, there's nothing wrong. And I'm coming to the coaching moment. I didn't forget. I am 55, so I do forget, but I didn't forget this one, right? Give us a 45 in the chat box if you think I don't look 55. All right, so here it is. Here it is. You know, if you begrudge, you were born perfect. Okay, if you begrudge your gender, if you begrudge your skin color, if you begrudge your station in life, if you begrudge your sexual preference, you're failing. You know, here's the truth, and you may not want to hear it. You may think that your mom and dad got a little bit tipsy one night, had sex, conceived you, and you came out without their permission 9 months later. That's not true. They may have been tipsy. Okay, I don't know about that. All right. However, you sat up there in the spirit world with the people that matter, with your guardian angels or your spirit guides or Jesus or God or whatever that is to you, and you went, I want a life that is going to challenge me, that's going to grow my soul. And I choose that family there, that mother, that father, that brother, that sister, that granny and grandpa, those people. And further on, 20, 30 years in, that husband or that wife. You chose this life. Please, if you believe you came here against your will, that is being a victim. Take control, take personal responsibility. Go, oh my word, I chose this. And I'm going to ask you now, you know, there's this belief that we create everything. You know, there's this belief that you've created everything. So why did you create the coronavirus? Why did you create lockdown? What has lockdown brought you that is just so beautiful, so stunning? Because nothing's ever lost. If you think your freedom's lost, where's your new freedom? If you're losing money, where's the new money? Where's the new value? Because nothing's ever lost, my friends. It just takes a different form. I'm going to ask you today to get out of victim mode around the lockdown. I know it's tough. Our business is about gather. We teach, we trainers. Okay, our business is just about gone. That's why we're on webinar now. Okay, that's why we do what we do. But I ask you, please take control and take control of your beautiful brain and find the benefits. It's a wonderful time right now to sit back, reevaluate, look at what's important, and create a new future. So we're about next level lifestyle, ladies and gents, next level living. And you know what? We need to rise above our programming. You know, we need to rise up. You and I were born into a family. We were born into a society. The car that your father took you to school in programmed you. What you ate for breakfast, lunch, and supper, if you were blessed to have 3 meals a day, programmed you. Okay, you were born into a society. You were born into a level. And I like to remind people, and Vinesh Maharaj will confirm this. In India, many years ago, because the caste system's not there anymore, right, Vinesh? Nudge, nudge, wink, wink, right. You know, if you were born an untouchable, you were untouchable by everyone above you, by the 5, 6, 7 classes above you. If you are Maharaj, you know, you wouldn't even speak to the untouchables, no matter touch them. And you never would, an untouchable would marry an untouchable. A Maharaj would marry a Maharaj. You would not move out of your class system. Okay, we had that and still do. We're dealing with the ramifications of that in South Africa right now and around the world. Okay, so you were born into a family. We need to break through that programming. You know, I have an NLP coach, beautiful woman, Gail friend. I've been going to her for 3 years now. And I said to her, Gail, I want you to work on my self-esteem. I want you to work on my self-belief so I can earn more. 3 years later, I'm earning about 7 or 8 times more than I was 3 years ago, just working on that one programming in my mind. But we often come to this place. We often come to this place where she goes, all right, so what's this belief that's running you? What's this programming? And we look into it, and then we go, Stephen, that was valid when you were 14 years old. That was valid. That was a great strategy when you were 7. but you're now 55, you're an adult, you don't need that strategy anymore. Let's reframe it, let's reprogram it. And that's what we're needing to do. So new mindset brings about new results. We need to rise above our programming. And we can say this in another beautiful way locally. We need to break the cycle. We need to break the cycle, ladies and gents. And listen, I don't know if any of you were up at 1 a.m. this morning watching Donald Trump and the riots in America. You know what? I think part of it is magnificent. I think the world standing up against racism is fantastic. I don't like the looting and the and etc. and the breaking down of stuff, but the Gandhi-like social disobedience I love, and I wish we would we're doing the same in South Africa when we have police brutality, because all police brutality is bad and all racism is bad, right? So here we go. Self-esteem. Here's the first key. T.R. Becker says, you cannot earn more than your self-worth. You cannot live in a house that you do not believe you that believe that you are worthy of. John DeMartini says, if you win 20 million rand on the lotto, all right, 20 million rand or 30 million rand, immediately write down 1,000 reasons why you deserve it. Because if you do not believe it, you will lose that money. Money moves through the economy from people who do not revere it to people who do. The more money you manage wisely, the more money you'll get to manage. All right, only 1% of the human race is financially free. Ladies and gents, just listen to that. 1 in 100 people is financially free. And I define financially free as when your passive income is higher than your expenses. Okay, you may be financially strong or financially stable. You may be a millionaire. I define a millionaire as someone whose net worth is R1 million or more. Okay, so if you sell all your assets and you pay off all your debt, you've got R1 million over. That's my definition. Okay, but only 1%, actually less than 1% of people are financially free. Now, I know if I say to you right now, put a 9 into the chat box if you would love to be a millionaire and financially free, go. I know all of you will do it. We all aspire to that, but we don't have the values to create that because actually we're spenders. You know, I want to bring you a concept that as humans on the planet, that we need to change. Okay, we need to rise above this. We're like, hamsters on a treadmill. If you own a small business, you're essentially here to pay salaries and pay tax. Most small business owners do not make a lot of money themselves. They are not millionaires. They're not wealthy. All they're doing is paying the salaries and paying the tax and paying the PAYE on the salaries and the UIF, etc. We're in this capitalist thing, and it's wonderful for some and terrible for others. And I don't have another. I think capitalism is the worst or the best of all of the evils. I don't think there is a system that really works well. Unfortunately, it's the best we have, capitalism. I like part of it. I don't like all of it. So here we go. Next level fulfillment. You know, I do not believe we're here for happiness. We did not become born on planet Earth to go through a life as a human being for nothing and for just to be happy. Once again, I want to give you, if you hate the fact that you were born in South Africa, you're failing, man. You were born here in South Africa at this time for a reason, with the skin color, with the gender, with the sexual preference into the family. Please, will you take personal responsibility for that? You chose this. Now go, why did I choose that? What's the lesson? What do I need to do? What's next? All right. We're not here to be happy. We're not here to be happy. I think we're here to find pockets of fulfillment. We'll be happy and sad. We'll be ecstatic and depressed. We sometimes lie and we're sometimes honest. You know, we're sometimes beautiful and we're sometimes really nasty. Can you think of a time when you were really beautiful and your words were so lovely and uplifting, and another time when you were bitchy and horrible and nasty to someone? Yeah, we're here to experience everything on earth. But if you begrudge those experiences, you're failing, man. We need to look at every single experience and go, thank you, Lord. Thank you, God. Thank you, Maker. And then go, gosh, what's the lesson? What am I here for? Why am I seeing this? Why did I create this? All right. So listen, we're here to help everyone create a life that you don't need a holiday from. You know, when you do what you love, or when you see what you're doing is on the way and not in the way, you just get the sense of fulfillment. And how many of us after 8 weeks of lockdown are going, I can't wait to go back to work. I can't wait to get back to work. Did you ever think you go, yay, it's level 3, I can go back to work? That's how we feel every day. That's how we feel every Monday, every Tuesday, every Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We just work because our life is our holiday. In fact, Vinesh has a wife and a kid. I've got a wife. My kid's overseas now. But when Vixie and Jackson and I went on holiday, it was a nightmare. There were times when I was going, oh my God, I'd rather be training YinYang of Sales. I'd rather be doing lifestyle mastery, because that holiday over there is not actually what fulfills me. John DeMartini has a wonderful saying that holidays are for people who don't live in their high values. You need a holiday from your life. If you need a holiday from your life, you're failing, man. And I know I'm being harsh. All right. Give me a 5 in the checkbox if you forgive me for being harsh with you today. I'm your coach, man. I want to help you. Give me a 5 if you're happy that I'm being a bit harsh with you. I want to ask you, please stop failing and stop moaning, stop groaning. Don't go, oh, conspiracy theory, virus, blah, blah, blah. Oh, while we all locked up, they're going to put up 5G towers. And, oh, now the virus didn't work, so the racial shit's starting. Stop that. Just go, this is the hand we've been dealt. How do we make our lives better and the lives around us? Oh, man, isn't that beautiful? So here we go. 9 steps to success. Let's do it right now. Would you choose an area of your life that you'd love to improve? It might be your business, it might be financial, it might be a family, it might be building wealth, it might be societal. Just think of something that is important to you. Right. So work out where you are right now. Then decide where you want to be. Now, here's the rub. This number 3 is actually the most important part. Make sure it's important enough. If it's not high enough on your values, if it's not important enough, the first bit of tears put you get, you'll stop. Because when things are high on your values, you'll enjoy pain and pleasure. Okay, you'll endure the pain to get through to the pleasure. But when things are low on your values, the first bit of pain, you stop, you move on, you go, I didn't sign up for this, and you go. How many of us have done that, right? Oh, I didn't sign up for this, and you give up. Then number 4, resolve to do whatever it takes and to never give up. Number 3 and 4 are more important than anything else. Let me tell you, I do marriage coaching, ladies and gents. I'll tell you what I believe. Give us a 9 in the chat box if you're married. Here's the most important ingredient in a marriage: a long-lasting, beautiful marriage. So listen, I'd like to brag a little bit. It's an area of my life. Thank God, for some reason, I earned the right to have a wonderful marriage. I've been with Jaxie 32 years. We've been married 27 years. Yeah, man. Listen, let me tell you a quick story. We're watching Grey's Anatomy at the moment, binge watching that. But we've got this thing. Whenever anyone kisses on there, we kiss in real life. Man, we are smooching like you cannot believe. We're loving that shit, man. Give me a 11 if you think that's pretty cool. So listen, make sure it's important enough. Resolve to do whatever it takes and never give up. But commitment is the one ingredient in a marriage, a commitment to see it through to the end. Because those of you who are married will confirm, I don't even need to ask you to share, you will confirm that marriage isn't happy. Nobody has ever lived happily ever after in a marriage. It's not possible. Marriage is designed to challenge you. It's designed to bring you growth. And it does exactly that. And then you have children. Oh my God, give us a 9 if you're a parent. Parenthood just brings you all of the challenges to grow your beautiful soul. And you may think, oh God, Jackie didn't want kids. I wanted 2. We agreed on 1. There were times when I think, shish, Jackie was right, man. This parenthood stuff is hard. We haven't seen our kid for 2.5 years. She's in America. It's hard, man. It's not lekker. It's not always lekker. But you know what? We have a commitment to being good parents and supporting her in her choices. She chose that, and she's gone, man. We haven't seen her. We haven't hugged her. We've seen her. We haven't hugged her for 2.5 years. Heartbreaking. If you're a mom, you'll understand. All right, and you check here. I am the number 1 mom, actually, because that's the role I played in Victoria's life. So next, plan what needs to be done to get there. So where are you? Where do you want to be? What do we need to do to get it? Then we create pictures and affirmations and prayers around this. So you get let's say you get a dream home. Dream home. Very good. You go to Google Images, you download the picture of that home, you look at homes. Oh, that's it. That one looks like the one I want. Great. Then you get a beautiful affirmation of some sort, like, for example, I give myself permission to live in a home like this. beautiful. I give myself permission to live in a home like that. Isn't that wonderful? And then what you do is you look at that picture, you say the affirmation for 365 days in a row until you actually manifest that goal. Then we tell 10 people. Okay, we tell 10 people about our goal so that we can ask them to keep us accountable. That's what we're after here. And this is very, very powerful. I always suggest you tell 9 friends and 1 enemy. That one person, probably your brother-in-law, right? Who's going to go, have you achieved it yet? Have you achieved it yet? Because that's going to spur you on to prove him or her wrong. All right. And then take the planned actions every day. So ladies and gents, those of you who have done, or those people who have done our Lifestyle Mastery course, because this is what this is about, we're going to invite you to join us to go through a 15-hour process. We have 15 modules of 1 hour each, and we do 1 hour a day for 15 consecutive working days. So Monday to Friday for 3 weeks in a row. And we just take you through the exercises to help you to find, firstly, what's important to you? What's your why? What's your vision? What's your mission? What's high on your values? We do a whole bunch of DeMartini work, John DeMartini work. We do a whole bunch of mind power work. You know, both Vinesh and I have been on Breakthrough Experience. I'm a DeMartini trained facilitator. We're both NLP coaches. We both mind power graduates. It's all about this inner game, and my job is to just work the inner game, find out what's truly important, then take the steps, take the actions, and put in place everything you need. And it's incredibly powerful. You must see the testimonials. In fact, those of you who signed up via our landing page and went down, those testimonials are absolutely true. And we have hundreds of people who are just so thrilled they went through that. So next level happiness. Yeah, we do want to be happy. And, you know, we do want to be your coaches. And sometimes your coach does need to be a bit harsh, but we're not going to be this harsh with you. It'll be a nice, beautiful, gentle experience that we take you through. So, you know, this is what it's all about, the meaning of life. What's it all about for you? So for me, I wake up every morning. I wonder about the meaning of life. I wonder what this is all about. I wonder why we are on planet Earth. I wonder how I can eke out a better living for myself, my family, and the people around me. It gives me no greater pleasure than to research, test, tweak, research some more, see what works, and then share the best of what I have with other people. And that's what I would love to do for every single one of you on the call today. I would love to share the best of what I've learned over 55 years and bring that to you. So for some it's money, for some it's family, for some it's the boardroom, for some it's success, for some it's religion, meditation, intimacy. For me, coffee on the bottom left there, man. I love coffee. I was at a wedding the other day. The bride did a personal vow. She said, I promise to love you more than coffee. I went, She said, but only after coffee. Again, man, I get you. So listen, what's it for you? What area of life is important to you? Because here's one of the things we'll do. We'll find which areas of life are important to you and which areas of life are not. The key to happiness and fulfillment is not to have a balanced life. That's rubbish. The key to fulfillment is to do more of what you love and less of what you do. When you try to build a balanced life, what you're trying to do is less of the things you love and more of the things you don't love to balance it out. It does not work. You'll go bald, okay? You'll go gray. You'll go bossies. Don't try that shit. What do you think? You give us a 9 if you thought that was funny. Now, those of you who are more spiritual, you know, well, firstly, I'm not bald, okay? I'm follically challenged, right? And those of you who are more spiritual, I always joke, this is what happened because the Lords of Karma had to push their boot on my top of my head to reincarnate me again. I didn't want to come back, right? And this is the boot mark from that experience. All right, so those of you more spiritual, you'll like that. If you're more religious, you might go, this looks a little bit weird. So be it. This is who I am. I am a little bit weird. I am a little bit fucked up, okay? But I promise you, you work with Vinesh and I promise you we'll enhance something in your lives. Next level wealth. You know what? How many of you, can you give me a 0 on this one, okay? How many of you were programmed like me? Programmed like me by well-meaning parents and religious people and teachers, etc., that it's easier for a camel to go through the eye of a needle than a rich man to go to heaven. That money is the root of all evil. Anyone else programmed like that? Give us a 0. Yeah. You know what? You can, if you believe that, okay, that money is evil, okay, and that rich people go to hell, you can never become wealthy. We need to relook at that strategy and go, I don't think that was necessarily true. Can I give you a thought? Two thoughts from the Bible, man. Anyone believe in the Bible? I'm sure there are a whole bunch of you. Number one, when the three wise men arrived at Jesus, what was the first wise man's gift? Gold. When Jesus came into Jerusalem on a donkey, that's the equivalent today of a Maserati. People walked in there. You did not have a donkey. Jesus had a donkey, man, and a beautiful robe. Joseph of Arimathea was his rich friend, and he helped him. We need money, ladies and gents. We live in a capitalist world. We need money to liberate ourselves. I'm going to ask you right now. Here's a thought. If you were to divide your expenses, your monthly expenses, into your net worth, that's how long you can last in lockdown with no income. You know, we were given these thoughts around money many years ago. You need to have 6 months worth of cash, 6 months worth of expenses in cash in your safe at home for exactly this: getting retrenched, losing your job, losing your business, or a lockdown where you can't go out and work. If you haven't got that, my friends, we need to work on this. Can we help you? Can we help you to give me a 9 if you'd love to earn more money? Okay. So the human brain, I'm going to stop soon. I'm going a little bit into extra time here, but give me a 9 or a 10 if you're happy to just continue a little longer with me. Stephen van Basten, the inner game. Here we go. The brain is the most important part. It's the most beautiful organ of your body. For those of you who are over 18, I want to tell you, actually, the brain is the biggest sex organ as well. It's all in the mind there, man. All of that beautiful stuff is up there. But it's also the greatest sales tool, and it's the greatest tool on earth. So here's my Oprah Winfrey moment. You don't need to look under your chair. You've got one, you've got one, you've got one, you've got one, you've got one. We just need to learn how to focus it better. We need to tell that beautiful brain what it is that we want. Listen, the inner game creates the outer reality. Those of you who are religious, as a man thinketh in his heart, so is it with that man. All right, it's all there. Whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. Okay, mind power, the secret, positive thinking. It's there's nothing new. We're just not doing it. And Vinesh and I would love to be your coaches, your accountability coaches, and say, do this, do this, do this. This very good. Do this, do this, do this exercise, and just enhance your lives that way. Your brain is a 1 million gigabyte necktalk PC with millions of useful applications. The problem is we're using the wrong applications. We've got the wrong, we still running DOS, some of us, man. DOS with 2 O's. Give us a 9 if you thought that was funny. Next level possibilities, man. What's possible? I'm here to tell you that anything is possible. You can have anything you want. If it's important enough and you're willing to put in the time, money, effort, and focus, and especially the time, you can create anything over time. Your brain is like a major big computer. Everything you have ever thought, heard, experienced, said, and looked at and seen is stored, and you have a frequency. That storage creates that frequency. Here's the key. We need to just tweak the frequency. Tweak the frequency, and we tweak the manifestation. Do you know that you're a vibration? That you're a frequency? This table here, frequency. This chair I'm sitting on, frequency. The car outside there, frequency. The tree, frequency. That tree vibrates to the frequency of tree, and you vibrate to the frequency of you. What we have to do is just small tweaks, small tweaks. We can do this in so many different ways. Affirmations, visualizations, chanting, listening to things, reading books. Because we become what we consume. Okay, so my last thought. What do you need to create? What do you need to preserve? What do you need to destroy? You know, there's this beautiful cycle. If you do not recognize that there's destruction, okay, if you do not recognize that being born is normal and dying is normal, and in between you're trying to preserve that life, then you're missing something. Destruction is normal. This virus has come and it's destroying a whole bunch of stuff it needs to destroy. But we need to make sure we get through it. We need to make sure that we're there at the end of the time. Ladies and gents, I'm here to bring you some next level mindset. Give me a 9 in the chat box if you think I know what I'm talking about. Give me a 9 in the chat box if you think that I could help you. Give me a 9 in the chat box if you think spending some time with Vinesh and I, he's going to convince you. No, I'm near the end of mine. And will you give me a 10 in the chat box if you will let us help you? You know, we're going to make you an offer that is so ridiculous, that it is so inexpensive. I don't want to say cheap, but actually it is cheap. All right. We're going to make you an offer to go through 15 hours of personal development where you make a decision that, we're offering you the blue pill or the red pill, okay? The blue pill or the red pill, okay? If you take the blue pill, you wake up tomorrow morning, you go, the YinYang of what? The Vinesh van Basten, who's the short, bald, ugly, fat oak, okay? Or you're going to take the red pill, okay? And we're gonna go through this rabbit hole together. We're gonna shake you up. We're gonna enhance you. We're gonna give you some amazing tools, and you come out the other side enhanced by what you've learned. Will you take the red pill or will you take the blue pill? Ladies and gents, I beseech you, take the red pill. Take the YinYang of Sales. Take up the offer. Invest in yourself. I now hand you over to my man, Vinesh Maharaj. I met him at BNI 3 years ago. When that guy did his elevator pitch, I was sitting there like this, at BNI, when everyone's doing their 30 seconds there, Vinesh Maharaj stands up, he tells me this, and I'm going, my God, I want me some of that. I know that oak is going to pull me out of the doldrums, man, and by fuck, he has. So ladies and gents, yeah, by fuck, he has. All right, here we go. So if you don't like swearing, you might find being with us a little bit troublesome. But if you're open-minded, we have this thing. The more people you can be in rapport with, the better you get on with life. The higher your EQ, the more people you accept for who they are. Whatever they say, whatever they do, if they swear, if they're blah, if they're bald, if they're fat, if they're ugly, if you can accept everyone for who they are, you will get on with life in a much better way. So we're going to help you also to move that EQ button just 1 or 2 notches up. Ladies and gents, for the next half an hour or so, 45 minutes, Vinesh Maharaj!
Greetings, everyone. This strange planet we find ourselves on during the strange times. If you believe that Mr. Stephen van Basten hit another home run at the YinYang of Sales, and he deserves a knockout trophy punch for killing it, can we give the man a 10 in the box? 10 out of 10, Stephen. Well done. Congratulations. Well, I love the sharing. I love the caring. I love that everybody, gets to hear the message. The message is that you're a co-creator and you can be, do, or have anything you want from life. So thank you very much, Stephen van Basten, the inner game maestro, peak performance coach. I want to start off and I want to tell you a little bit about a wonderful fantasy island called Someday Isle. And on Someday Isle, people sit around and they swap excuses because they suffer the disease of victimitis. They talk about someday I'll get a degree, someday I'll get a job, someday I'll get better at my sales, someday I'll take care of my health, someday I'll spend more time with my family and my loved ones, someday I'll. And they live on this fantasy island and they sit around and they swap excuses for why they find themselves on Someday Isle. The excuses include things like, hey Vinesh, I was born and raised poor, or hey Mary, I was abused as a child, and Johnny, what is your problem? My parents got divorced and I thought I was the cause. And you, Joseph, well, actually what happened was that I thought that God had doomed me to a life of hell. So we sit around and we adopt and accept excuses as the foundation and justification of this disease of excusitis. We blame our circumstances for our lack of achievement, as opposed to, number one, taking responsibility for our lives and our circumstances. So I believe that the beginning of adulthood and the beginning of all life is when you become responsible for your health, your wealth, your relationships, your business, your products and services, for your outcomes and goals. A mantra to live by. If it's to be, it is up to me. It's not up to the government. It's not up to my boss. It's not up to the employer. It's not up to the weather. It's not up to the competition. It's not up to the customer, my wife, or my parents. It's up to me. So I want you to start today taking 100% responsibility and accountability for your goals, your actions, and your results. Because too many people blame other people who screwed them over, who did them in, who ran off with the guy, the girl, the money. Hey man, it's not true. Stop selling yourself a lie. By selling yourself a lie, you feel better in the moment, but deep down inside, you can never lie to yourself. So when we uncover our truth and we get to the core of reality, we have to stop making excuses and we have to start taking responsibility. If you believe that that is true, give me a 9 in the chat box. Next, for you to really evolve and grow and become all that you want to be and all that you can be, we believe that you have pure potential. Everybody on this stream has pure potential. Now, potential is unlimited. Now, while I say that there are limitations, you and I can't defy gravity, not yet at least, not in these bodies, right? So there are some limitations, but potential to achievement within this body and the confines of this planet, we believe is highly, highly possible and probable for most people. So why do we never start taking action to be better than good and be greater than great and ultimately become unstoppable forces of living the ultimate lifestyle in your health, your wealth, your relationships, in your community, your God, your spirituality, and beyond. So let's just for a moment reflect on the following. You're born into a family, and like all good-meaning parents, well-meaning parents, they program you from birth. The first thing, the first 2 words you learn from your parents are no and don't. No, don't do that, Vinesh. You walk in the road, boom, car accident, dead. If you heard no and don't, and if you're a parent who keeps telling your kids no and don't, give me a 9 in the chat box. So you're trying to keep the kid alive, and that's why you say no and don't. Don't put your finger in the electrical socket, you're gonna die. But the kid is 2 or 3 years old, 5 years old. They don't understand this stuff. All they think is, I am not good enough. Nothing I do keeps mom and dad happy. I'm not good enough. I don't understand. But I keep getting told that I'm getting shouted at. Don't do that. And every time they shout at you, your self-esteem, self-confidence, and self-belief diminishes. And that's from well-meaning parents who want to see their children soar and succeed at life. In addition, you get a little older, you go to school, and guess what happens? Kids call you names, man. If you've been called horrible names at school, give me a 9 in the box. If you've been called horrible names at school, give me a 9 in the box. You know, you're too thin, too fat, too rich, too poor, too black, too white, too different. You may have a different sexual orientation. You may have a musical interest that is outside of the scope of normal, and you get called names for it. So now you get these names, and guess what happens? You become an awkward teenager, and you feel the world is shrinking, and you have no place to be and exist. Again, your self-esteem and your self-confidence, and that little voice in your head that starts speaking down at you, telling you that you're not good enough, you're not worth it, you can't achieve, you'll never be. It gets worse. You become a teenager, you go through some phenomenal body changes, you grow some hair, you grow some body parts, you grow some testosterone and estrogen, and guess what follows? Love and romance, love and marriage, love and marriage. Yep, you fall in love, and like all teenage romances, they end in tragedy. Ask Romeo and Juliet. If you were heartbroken as a teenager by your first love, give me a 9. Am I the only guy who was heartbroken as a teenager, or was that you too? Yeah, he or she just did not accept you in the way you wanted to be accepted by them. Again, your self-esteem and self-confidence gets knocked. Then your parents start comparing you to your cousins, your siblings, your neighbors, and your friends. Why can't you be like Mary and get A's in calculus? Why can't you do better at rugby? Why can't you catch the ball? Why can't you win? Why can't you? All that the brain is going is, I'm not good enough. I'm not good enough. I'm not good enough. And it's all subconscious, my friends. You don't even know that you're doing it. It's all subconscious. It's that inner dialogue that's unspoken verbally, audibly, but it's happening internally, and that little voice pulls down your self-esteem and self-belief. You think it gets better? No, it probably gets worse. You go through school, you apply for a job, you may or may not get it. And if you don't get it, it's called rejection. And people struggle with rejection, although rejection is part of life. If there was no rejection, we'd all be living the ultimate life. But nature is so fair that it says, do you really want it? If you really want it, you'll overcome the rejection, you'll find another gear, and you'll step up. So your whole life is then programmed by your environment, the people around you, the conversation around you, the television you watch, the books you read, the people you associate with you forms your reality. And here's the irony. After 12 years at school and 4 years at university, not 1 hour was spent on building your self-esteem, self-confidence, and self-belief. Not 1 hour was spent with you how to create and manifest your life. Because you and I, we've been sold the lie. The lie says the following: get a good education, get a good boy or girl, get a white house, white picket fence, 2 children in the playpen, 2 chickens in the pot, and 2 cars in the garage, and you will be happy. Hey man, look around you. Who's happy? Is it not an irony? And then you spend a lifetime delivering the dream, paying for the dream, and most people are frustrated, unhappy, because they're not living true to their values and their goals. Now, having said that, for you to get off Someday Isle, you have to vote yourself off the island. In the game, The Survivor, the winner who wins the $1 million stays on the island and gets $1 million. The game of life. Get off the island, vote yourself off right now. In addition, I want to share with you a concept, and the concept is really around how do you become obsessed about what it is you want from life. So number one, as Stephen said, know where you are, know what you want. So if you know what you want to create, be that your business, be that the love and romance, be that the ideal body, the health, be that the financial freedom of travel and exploration, whatever that thing is, you need a vision of what you're trying to create. Most people are caught up in the debt trap. And South Africans, unfortunately, are highly indebted because we're trying to live other people's dreams as opposed to fulfilling our own. But we need a vision and a mission for our lives, because if you don't have a purpose that drives you and wakes you up and fired up every morning, it's going to be really difficult for you and me to achieve everything that we want to. I want to share a quote with you by I believe it's George Bernard Shaw. He says, the reasonable man adapts himself to the world. That means we surrender to the world, the status quo, and we buy into their dogma, and we become another cog in somebody else's machine. The unreasonable man persists in trying to adapt the world to himself. What does that mean? It means ultimately creating my own reality by building my self-esteem, self-confidence, self-belief, and doing everything within my power to deliver this dream, which is my vision, my mission, my purpose. Therefore, my good people, all progress depends on the unreasonable man. I'm challenging you to become super unreasonable about your goals. Become super unreasonable. If you're not unreasonable, you're going to reasonably surrender to the status quo. You're going to surrender to the environment. You're going to surrender to the goals and dreams that other people bestow upon you. And what do? We go hard to work on other people's goals to fulfill their needs and not fulfill yours. Now, for you to create the ultimate lifestyle, you have to obsess about it. Now, obsession is deemed to be a bad thing. But if you think about obsession in a negative context, for example, a stalker, somebody with obsessive compulsive disorder, when it's a disorder, when it's negative to you and to other people, obsessive is absolutely not the thing to be. But when obsessive can be positive, where you have a focus, zeal, commitment, and singular interest, laser-like focus on one goal, one objective, one idea, one subject. When you have this positive obsession with this ultimate life you want to create, instead of spending your time focusing on all the problems in your life, you start focusing on the opportunities. So most people are focused on too little love, too little money, too little health, too little. And then when they go too many, they go too many problems, too few solutions, and they get caught up in this negative cycle. So ultimately, we're challenging you to join us on this program so that you can become obsessed about this vision for your life. Most people, when they were born, wanted to be Barbie, Ken, Batman, Superman, Tarzan, right? If you wanted to be one of those, give me a 9 in the box. If you wanted to be someone else, if you wanted to be a superhero, if you wanted to be a Superman, share with me in the box your dream. Was it a fireman? Was it Tarzan? Was it, and girls similarly. I don't believe anybody was born to be average. Think about this. You have an average looking date, guy or girl. You go to an average restaurant for an average meal prepared by an average chef. The desserts are average. The diner is average. The linen, crockery, and cutlery is very average. The decor is average. Hold on. Now you go and watch an average movie at an average cinema, written and produced by average producer, writer, and director, by average actors. You drive home in your average car to your average home. My good people, at this point, do you think you're going to have mind-blowing sex? It's probably going to be average. The point I'm trying to illustrate is that you need to absolutely abandon settling. Because when you settle and surrender, you start denying your God-given potential. Your potential is uncapped and unlimited to the degree that you are willing to commit yourself to live an exceptional, extraordinary life in all areas of life. And by the way, we're not promising you that it'll come without problems. There's going to be challenges along the way. This is life, man. The only people who don't have problems are 6 foot under. But everybody else has problems and challenges. But if you're equipped to handle them, boom, suddenly you can have an extraordinary, eventful, fulfilling, and joyous life. So what are the challenges to you actually being and living all that you can be? I believe, firstly, that is that voice in your head. I'm not good enough. I don't deserve it. God didn't ordain it for me. I was born poor. BS.com. All that lies that we tell ourselves keep us limited and trapped. In addition, is that we don't have a blueprint for success. We don't have a blueprint for success, meaning that the steps and the processes to become monomaniacal, it's a nice, beautiful word, monomaniacal, go look it up. And it talks about having the singular, one-ended focus towards achieving a particular goal. Think about people who are monomaniacal. People are focused on a goal. I'll give you a couple of examples and you can share some of yours. Do you think Cristiano Ronaldo is monomaniacal, focused on the goal? Do you think Bruce Lee is focused on the goal? Do you think Martin Luther King, Gandhi, in our times, Madiba, Mother Teresa, these are people who had laser-like focus because they had a mission, and then everything they did every day was to fulfill that mission. And of course, their lives are full of challenges because as you rise, so does the quality of your challenges. But imagine a life where your shoulds become musts. You know the story by Tony Robbins. Tony Robbins, an international speaker, trainer, coach in NLP, says, when your shoulds become musts, your reality changes. Tony Robbins also talks about living in the box. You wake up in a box called a bed. You go to the fridge. You get a box carton of milk. You open the box cereal. You put it in the box microwave. When you're done, you have a shower in the box. You get into your box car, drive to work, put on the box computer, get back in your car at the end of the day, drive back, open the refrigerator box, take out a box dinner, put it in the box microwave, and then Tony says to break your state or to have some change, you don't drink out of a box, you get a cylinder, a can of beer to change your state. So how do we break the box? My good people, we'd love to take you on a wonderful journey where you could recreate all that you could be, where you could step out of your shadows and into your limelight, where you could embrace your potential and not your fears and doubts, where you could be, do, and have whatever you set your mind to, where you revive that blueprint for your success. I don't think God put anyone on this planet to be average. I think that we are all being put here because we have a mission. We need to make a contribution to mankind, because how do we leave this planet when we're gone? You know, Steve Jobs said, looking forward, we couldn't connect the dots, but looking back, I certainly can. And you know, Robin Sharma, he talks about who will die when you cry? Sorry, who will cry when you die? Who will cry when you die? When you're laying there, who's going to gather around and what are they going to say about you? Are you going to have, 2 or 3 people there say, hey, thank God it's over, Vinesh? Or are you going to have people who say, man, this guy, this girl, she boxed way above her weight level. She produced, created, and fulfilled her ambition. She helped thousands or hundreds or tens of thousands of people through her products, services, her being. Are you an inspiration to your kids and your parents and your siblings? Or are you just surviving? And I think the time to survive is over. I think with COVID-19 happening, there's no more appropriate time than right now to make a decision to invest in you incorporated, to invest in this machine that fulfills all your goals, dreams, and hopes. Remember, your old information got you here. For you to get to the next level, you need a new set of information. You need a new set of thoughts, beliefs, and habits. Now, some of your limiting beliefs may be, I'm not good enough. And somebody lied to you and you bought the lies. Hey, imagine you could change that belief and you could replace it with something empowering, and that you could step into a place of creation and ultimately achievement. We'd love to take you on a beautiful journey with us. We're giving away our program, by the way. We're giving it away. I'd like Britt to bring up our slide on our giveaway. We'd love to spend 15 hours with you online, and then one whole day, 12 hours from 8 a.m. till 8 p.m. to be live with us in the room and create the ultimate lifestyle. My good people, we're giving it away at 1,000 Rand per person. 1,000 Rand per person. We thought this is probably worth 10 grand, but we understand that people just don't have 10 grand. Most people just don't have that kind of disposable cash lying around. 1,000 Rand for 15 sessions with us, an hour each. Stephen on day 1, Vinesh on 2, Stephen on 3 and 4, etc. So there's a split. It's 50 Rand a session. That's less than or the price of a cappuccino, my friend. If you got professional coaching, you'd pay in excess of 2, 3, 4,000 Rand, depending on who your coach is. We'd love to be your coaches and help you create the ultimate lifestyle by kicking average in the teeth so you can embrace and achieve your goals, dreams, and objectives. My good people, if you'd like to get onto this offer, so firstly, before I tell you more about the offer, who'd like to join us? Who believes that we can help them? If you'd like to get onto this program, give me a 9. Give me a 9 and share, my friends, share. Who'd like to get on the program with Stephen and I? Yeah. Yeah, we've got Tsepo. Thank you, Tsepo. What we're going to do is we're going to post a link for you to do an EFT. Alternatively, please email, in the chat group, put out your email address and your cell phone number to myself, Stephen, or Laurice. We'll capture that. Tsepo, come and join us. What we're giving you, my good people, is the following. It is a combination of, from the 8th of June, for 1 hour a day, from 3 to 4 p.m., kicking average in the teeth, creating the ultimate lifestyle. Now, that is an hour a day for 15 days. It doesn't stop there. Because at the end, on the 19th of September, we will meet live in the room with all the graduates of the program online, and we will do it in the room and recap and rework the process. Take your success stories, your victories, your goals, your achievements, and celebrate them, in addition to the learning and training in the room. Now, we end that day in 2 beautiful ways. With a fire walk. It's not compulsory. It's discretionary, at your discretion. A fire walk or an ice bath. So Stephen and I have walked fire many times. We've done a couple of ice baths already, part of the Wim Hof method. Just a couple of months ago, we spent 2.5, 3 minutes in about 2, 3 degrees temperature of water filled with ice, submerged to the neck. Why do we do this? Because we want to program the mind that we're in control. We're not going to let our autonomy of our body take control and move forward on its own. Because the fight or flight mode happens, and then your I forget the word now, parasympathetic nervous system, I believe, creates the fight or flight. And most people want to get out because they can't handle it. But imagine you could overrule because you have total mind power, total control of your mind, which empowers you in all areas of your life. My good people, this is a giveaway. When we say giveaway, it's probably worth 10 grand and more per person. We've discounted it so we can get you there. I'd like to ask who's next after Tsepo, who's joining us? Good people, who's joining us? Carmen, you're getting your team on board. That is fantastic. Who else would like to get onto this program and kick average in the teeth? Step out of your comfort zones. Be, do, and have the life that you deserve. The time is now, my friends. If you don't step up now, when will the right time be? I challenge you. When will the right time be? And if you don't step up now, guess what you're going to have for dinner tomorrow? More of the same. Where you're going to have a holiday, the same place you went last year. Some people are getting used to a staycation. We're living for a vacation. Our life is a vacation, doing what we love, helping, blessing people, giving them the tools, the means, the opportunities to transcend their current situations. We'd love to help you. We'd love to help you get out of the rat race, because the more people we can help, we believe we create credit with God. We would love to help you. We would absolutely love to take you on this journey with us. It's been life-changing for our delegates. We've had our first Life Mastery program. We've had phenomenal feedback, testimonials on video and written testimonials. People have gone to live lives of abundance and fulfillment in literally 1 month. It is bizarre. One of the ladies was down and out, unemployed, struggling to find her next meal. She landed her dream client, paid her some money. She now has purpose and meaning. That is because when you associate with like-minded people, they will raise your frequency. They'll pull you out of the gutters and take you to the next level. My good people, we will drop you an email with this offer again, but we know that if you don't make the decision now, you're less likely to make the decision later. So I'd like to ask you that that for the people, thanks Stephen for that, the people who can't be in the room, let's say you're in Durban or Cape Town, listen, invest in yourself, take a day off, fly in, do the course and fly back if you can. And if you can't, you do it live on Zoom webinar like we're doing today. And we promise you, if you think this has been amazing, you want to see us live in the room, Stephen and I are committed to going all in till the very end. When we say 12 hours, we probably mean 15 for those who are real winners. And why? It's not because we want to give you time. We don't want to sell you time. We want to give you so much value in so little time. And then we'll continue to support you on our WhatsApp groups thereafter to keep that momentum, that energy, that push. Because if you don't create your future, nobody else is going to come and do it for you. I just want to say one last thing, Stephen, before I bring you back on the stream. I want to say, my good people, I don't have a rich dad. I don't have a rich mom. I don't have a Sangoma with the lotto numbers. I'm not a cash in transit Tsotsi. And I don't believe in gambling. So I'm not going to sell my house and put it all on red or black at the casino. But what I have is I have this year. And I have the partnership of the YinYang of Sales and how we are co-creating and how we are lifting mankind. The process will help you if you work the process. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Vinesh Maharaj. Just bring on Mr. Stephen van Basten for some parting thoughts.
Woohoo. Yeah, fantastic. Thank you for that, Vinesh, and everyone. If you're still on the line, I want to ask you why you got on the line, why you're here with us today, and just reminisce on that. Just contemplate that. You came on board here today because you were attracted by a thought of enhancing your life, enhancing your lifestyle. We're now giving you a beautiful opportunity to do so. We asked you earlier on, will you do whatever it takes? Everyone said yes, 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 9999. And now we're giving you an opportunity to do that, and you're holding back. So you're holding back for one or two reasons. But the main reason is the little voice in your head. You've got a little voice in the head that rules you, and you're allowing it to rule you right now. You've been programmed to go, oh, everything must be free, or I don't have the time, or I don't have the money, or I don't know these guys, or or I don't believe they can help me. What is that What is that little voice telling you right now? That because sometimes we need to overrule that voice. The little voice in your head, your brain is an amazing thing. And what it's doing right now is it's keeping you safe. Your brain is designed to do a couple of things, but its main job is to keep you safe. Have you noticed when you want to cross the road, your brain will go, oh, you might get knocked over? And look left, look right, look left. Have you noticed that when somebody asks you for 100,000 rand for donation, your brain goes, no, 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 you need it for this and this, and if you give your money away, blah blah blah. That's what your brain's doing to you right now. It's trying to keep you safe, and we here to tell you you can't grow safely. You can't grow safely. Even the seed that's planted gets put underground first. Okay, it's all dark and horrible. Then it gets watered every day, and it's all wet. All right, and then eventually it sees the sun. I'm asking you, please, just put that little voice behind you, and just put your hand on your heart and go. Is there anyone online who's just going, yes, I would love to do that. I would love to do this, but I just don't have the money. And is there anyone who's online who because we do have options. We've got ways that we can help you if money's an issue. So give us a 5 in the chat box if money's an issue. Give us a 9 in the chat box if time's an issue. Because listen, here's the time thing. Here's the thing. Every day we'll do the webinar, and then we will send you the link to watch later at night. So if you can't make it, or if you miss it for some reason, then you get the link. You do the hour late at night or whenever you get home, and you catch up that way. Everyone who's on the course will get access to the 15 hours for the rest of their life. It'll always be there and always available. So is there anyone at this point who's feeling like, yo, I'd really love to do this? That just give us a 9 so that we can make contact with you and work something out. Is there anyone who's willing to thank you? Thank you. 5 now. Thank you. House 2. So house, you coming up as house 2. Could you give us a name so that 5 and 9? Very good. House 2. Could you give us a name? Bernadine, thank you. Listen, thank you so much. A lot of people get frustrated with salespeople who do this hard selling and going on and on. The reason we do this is that different people need different times to make decisions. Some people need to be asked once or twice. They need to consider things 2 or 3 times. They need time to make a decision. So that's why we're still on the line. It's not that we're pushing hard and that we're trying to hard sell you there. Yeah, listen, the government's on your side. If you change your mind tomorrow, you let us know, and we cancel. There's no risk to this. Okay, but the reason we just stay on the line for a while is some people, everyone has a different buying cycle. So I'm going to ask all of you again, thank you. So who else would love to do this? Who else would love to do this? Would just need some help from us. We would love to get you on board. For us, we would rather have 20, 30 people on at a lower price and the price is already low. Then have only 10 people paying more. So Bernadine, could we have your details? I think we may not have, I don't know how you found us or joined us. We may not have your details, but that would be really cool. Vinesh, any last words from your side?
Yeah, thanks so much, Stephen. My good friends here on the stream, we have a financial assistance program. So if you need some financial assistance, whether that's doing a debit order, that may be an option for some people. You may want to split the debit order, Bernadine, in 2 or 3 or 4 payments. We've been known to do that because, we're not going to get rich with your $1,000, my good people. We're not. No. If you think about your electricity bill, if it's $2 grand or $3 grand or $4 grand, your $1,000 is not going to make Stephen and I wealthy. But what it is going to do, it's going to help us bless a whole lot of people. And in exchange for our time, energy, wisdom, knowledge, and experience, it's a small trade-off in the universe. So make that investment. If you, Bernadine, if you gave me, drop the message directly to me, Stephen or Laurice, with your name, address, your name and email address and telephone number, we could help you get onto the program in a way that works within your budgets and within your expectations. In addition, Lauren Pascal, comment ça va? Bonjour, mademoiselle Lorraine. We would love to help you, Lauren. Come on board. come on board with us. What do we need to do to get you there, mademoiselle? Parlez-vous français? A very beautiful name, Lauren. Lauren, so Steven's laughing at me. So more seriously, Lauren, we'd love to help you, whether that's through our debit order system, so we can reduce that 1,000 rand. We've done something crazy. We've done something crazy for somebody. I think it's like 100 rand a month, and I think they charge us like 40 rand per debit. It's folks, we do this out of love. We want to bless a whole lot of people. If you believe we're authentic, we're real, we have the knowledge and experience, we've done the 10,000 hours, not French. Lauren, not French, we'll take your rands, they are South African, Lauren. So give us your rands if you won't give us your French. Lauren, it'll be really cool to get you on board. Do we have your email address and telephone number? I'd like to give Lauren and Bernadine a call. Anybody else wants a call from Uncle Vinny? Come on, man. Let Uncle Vinny call you and bless you.
So, ladies and gents, it's been fantastic having you here. So, for those of you who like stories, I'd like, listen, I've got a kind of a reincarnation model in my head around life and the meaning of life and how things go. So just imagine for a moment that's true. And you just imagine for a moment, and please forgive us for this, but, just imagine for a moment you were in a previous lifetime, like 2,000 years ago, and somebody said to you, hey, there's this guy, he's like amazing. His name's Jesus. He's going to be speaking on the side of the mountain in 2 days' time. Come with. And you went, no. And your friend went to this and heard the Sermon on the Mount and saw Jesus multiply the loaves and the fishes and came back and told you, this is where you are again. You've been offered a beautiful opportunity. You turn into no. Neither of us are Jesus. We don't walk on water. And even during lockdown, we do not change water into wine. All right. But we do multiply brain cells. Okay. We multiply the loaves and fishes in your head. We multiply your blessings. And we would love to do that. Please join us. Don't be silly. Don't let this opportunity. Listen, in our high value, we are geniuses. We masters. I'm walking in the steps of Jesus. Okay, I'm walking in this. I'm not claiming to be him. I'm just walking in his footsteps, helping others. That's what he did. Jesus helped people. He healed people. Let us heal your life. Let us heal your brain. Let us heal your mind. Let us bring you some thoughts. All right, so do not miss the sermon on the Zoom with Vinesh Maharaj, Stephen from Basten, multiplying the loaves and fishes of your beautiful brain.
With my marketing manual under my arm.
Oh, man. Thank you, everyone. It's been lovely being with you, and we'll send you some emails and some info, and get hold of us if you'd love to hear some more.
Fantastic. Listen, on behalf of the YinYang of Sales, we want to thank each and every one of you. Just FYI, the commencement date is 8 June. Make sure that you get in before the 8th of June. Look out at your emails. Send us your numbers if you need some financial assistance. Let's get you there on behalf of the YinYang of Sales. My name is Vinesh Maharaj with the amazing Stephen from Basten on the tracks. DJ Brett supporting us in the background. Laurice making sure that we bring the magic to you. Till we meet next. Be great. God bless. Sayonara. Au revoir. Woo.
Yeah. Every night. Give away a few Mercedes like